Hello and welcome to the NRC Round 1 predictions from DrivingMaul. Hi, I'm the guy behind DrivingMaul. I'm Paul, the guy behind DrivingMaul, and thank you very much for joining me. Oh dear, that didn't work. I've got to go. Never mind. The NRC kicks off this weekend, as does the Viewer Premiership, the Pro 14, and obviously we've already got the Top 14, the Curry Cup, the Mitre 10 Cup, also all carrying on, and we'll have the Rugby Championship back in a week's time as well. So if you do not want to miss any of this action, then do sign up for my newsletter. Link above on Twitter, down below on YouTube. Comes out every Thursday evening New Zealand time, and will contain all of my articles, all my predictions, all my opinion pieces, and all of that kind of stuff, and obviously links to my live shows that are coming up, as well as the podcast that I do. So please do sign up for the newsletter and get all of that wonderful stuff straight to your inbox. So yes, the NRC is back, and if you have a quick look at the fixtures, we have Canberra Vikings playing Queensland Country, Brisbane City against Fiji Jorah, the Sydney Rams against New South Wales Country, and then Perth Spirit against Melbourne Rising. And yes, there is a new name in there, Fiji Jorah. So you might see it as Fiji Warriors around the place, and that was their sort of working title, but Jorah is what they're going with, which is the name for a traditional canoe or craft out of Fiji. So that's going to become really interesting. And I think we're going to see quite a bit of coverage this NRC because of the addition of Fiji. And let's be honest, everyone sees this as a kind of testing waters for them to get a Super Rugby franchise as well. So let's hope it goes well, if not necessarily so much on the not so importantly on the results front, even though we do obviously want them to be competitive, but also on the organisational side of things. We don't have any mess-ups on that side, that things run smoothly. So what are we kicking off with? We're kicking off with Canberra Vikings versus Queensland Country. Now, one of the things about the NRC is that three of the teams have a little bit of an advantage over the others. Those are the Canberra Vikings, the Perth Spirit and the Melbourne Rising, in that there is a one-to-one relationship between the NRC team and the Super Rugby side. And so support staff, as in coaches and things, can help each other out, and also on the playing staff as well, even though they do try and spread the talent around the different teams. So on that account, and also that, quickly looking at last year's table, Queensland Country came last. You've got to say that the Vikings have got to be favourites in this game, and I'm backing the Vikings to win by 7 at the top there. Next, we have Brisbane City against Fiji Jorah, and let's be honest, this is going to be a bit of anybody's guess, because we don't know what Fiji Jorah is going to bring to the table or to the pitch. They are all locally based players, so they're not flying people back from Europe or anything like that. This is not big salary stuff, but it's all going to be local based players in Fiji, which is going to be really interesting. Clearly, there's going to be the natural talent there. The question is, are they going to be able to? Are they going to be able to knit it together on the pitch? If we look at some of the Brisbane City won the first two editions of this competition before not retaining their title last year and actually finishing in 7th and sort of collapsing last year. But this year, with players like Quade Cooper not in the Wallabies setup, he's playing for Brisbane City. So look, there are some quality players in there. And even though we don't know what Fiji's going to bring, I'm going to back Brisbane by 3 for this one, and then being at home. Next, the Western Sydney Rams, or the Sydney Rams, play the New South Wales Country Eagles. So City Slickers against the Royal Country Boys in this one. And the Eagles last year finished top of the competition, losing out in the final to Perth Spirit. But let's say they finished top of the table during the regular season, whereas the Rams finished down in 6th place. And they really haven't, over their 3 years of existence, the Rams haven't challenged for the finals. So in this one, you've got to say that the Country Eagles have got to be favourites on that kind of form. And I'm going to back the away side for this one by 7. Finally, Perth Spirit versus Melbourne Rising. And we couldn't have kicked off with a better cracker, could we, really? Perth finished 3rd in the table last year and went on to win the final. Melbourne finished 4th in the table and lost out in the semi-finals. So both of these teams are from the top half of the table and of the stronger sides. Obviously, with all the off-field stuff around who would and wouldn't be cut, you've got to say that here the off-field story around this one, Perth will be looking at trying to prove again that they shouldn't have been cut and that it should have been Melbourne. And with being the current champions and with all of that off-field drama going on, you've got to back Perth by 5 in this one. Always up for a good rugby chat, so please do let me know your thoughts on these games and how you see it all panning out, either in the comments below or on Twitter. As I say, always up for good rugby chat, so do join in there. As I say, don't miss any of my predictions, posts, videos, podcasts, and all of that kind of lovely stuff by signing up for the newsletter. Link above on Twitter, down below on YouTube. Please share this with your friends, give it the old thumbs up, and all of that lovely social stuff. I'll be back later today with my top 14 predictions, so look out for that, and have a great day, everybody.